The three of you are in a large room made of stone with four walls, and the only discernible exit is a large door, two lit torches flanking its sides. As you guys look around and start getting used to this new space, a voice speaks out again.
Welcome, gamers. If you wish to escape from this place, a contest is in order. First, a challenge of intellect. Then we shall see if you are strong enough to survive what lies in wait.
As the voice laughs, the door in front of you starts to creak open, beckoning you to enter.
Who was that, and where are we?
I don't know. So to catch you guys back up from where we last recorded, you three have been virtually transported into some space. You don't know where this is. And you hear this deep voice speaking to you, telling you that you've been trapped and you will never escape alive. The three of you are yourselves. You are Nick, Brendan, and Steven now in this dungeon. And there is a door open in front of you waiting for you. What do you do?
I mean, Nick, the last thing I remember is putting on my headset. So
Is this your guys' game?
Nope. I thought we were playing insert Nick's game here.
Walk about mini golf.
I thought we were going to play some mini golf or something. This is definitely not mini golf, unless it's a new level that you guys unlocked. But
It's not a game that I've played. We know that my experience with VR is not nearly as extensive as you guys' is. Mine's consisted of like golf, and maybe some Beat Saber.
Guys, can you hear me?
Nate, is that you? You in here?
I don't know what happened, but I put on my headset and I see you guys. What is this game? What are you playing here?
I think we're going clubbing, but a different kind of clubbing. It looks a little dangerous in here. I don't know. This isn't a golf course.
Wait, are you guys actually in this game?
It appears to be so.
I don't know. Are we? Do you see us? Are we like passed out?
Well, try to take your headsets off.
I don't have a headset on.
There's nothing on my face.
There's no way to take off any headset that you can tell.
Nothing's. Is this a dream within a dream? Does anybody have a top?
I've seen that movie. That's how we get out of here. We need to forcibly throw ourselves into the floor very hard. Brendan, you first.
You start. Run into the wall.
There's a door ahead of you guys. Can you see the door?
Steven, go check out the door.
Well, some disembodied voice told us to follow it. Don't know if that's what we're going to do, though. I mean, we don't really have any other options.
Oh, I'll go for it. We'll see what the door does.
All right. So do you go into the door?
I am not a hero. I am going to peer into the door. Like, I hope it looks like the Three Stooges or like Looney Tunes, where like it looks like each one of our heads pops out from the bottom. You know what I mean?
We just see Nick's head peek out, and then above that we see Steven and then Brendan just all peeking out, looking through this dark passageway. And you can't see anything beyond it. And you even like reach your hand in, and it seems like your hand just disappears once it reaches the threshold. And it seems like it might be some sort of magical barrier.
Perfect height order. I wanted you to go the other way so that we could be like, Nick, why are you on my back? Because obviously Nick's head at the top, he would have had to have climbed onto somebody's back to see into the doorway.
Yeah, I'm about as tall as Detective Baby Legs.
I can't see a thing down this hallway, guys. Can you?
Nope. I guess I'll go first.
Bye.
Yeah, you enter in, and as you pass through, you enter into another large room, very similar to the one that you were just in. But this one has three doors at the end of the room on the other side, as well as a podium in the center of the room.
I check my pockets to see if I have my phone.
You do not have your phone. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have your phone in your pocket when you're playing VR?
Yeah.
Do you all really do that?
Yes. I keep mine in my pocket at all times.
Yeah, because I have it in there and I have it on in case the wife calls me or needs me for something.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm the odd man out. I do not. I'm in like these sweat shorts that like have these like really flimsy pockets, and I'm like barefoot half the time in a tank top. It's because I sweat so much when I play.
Yeah.
I have to, otherwise I'm drenched. Okay, well then I go back to my previous statement of you do not have your cell phone.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if I had cell service.
No, you ruined my whole imagery. My thoughts was you guys had like sweatpants and a t-shirt with like nothing in your pockets, like barefoot maybe, or even just with tennis shoes. But no, apparently you guys are all, geared up whenever you play VR.
Yeah, jeans, sneakers for sure.
Do you all go into the door?
Yeah, I walk in, but not
All
very
right.
confidently.
So you all see the same thing. You see these 3 doors, and as you get a little bit closer, you do see that there are letters above each of the doors. So there, and from the left to the right, they're labeled A, B, and
Alpha, Bravo,
E,
and
F, G,
Charlie.
I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Do we want to each take a door? Do you want to go through one
Uh,
door? How do we do this, boys?
What's this? I mean, there's a podium right here.
Why don't you guys go through the doors and I'll check out the podium?
I tell you what, why don't you guys roll a d20? 3, 1, and a 6. Wow. All right. Well, you don't notice anything.
Again, there's 3 doors.
They're made of wood. You think?
Let's try opening all of them at the same time.
I'll take A.
I'll take C.
All right.
Well, what is this Squid Game? I'm getting stuck in the middle. I'm gonna get knocked off the glass
Stuck
bridge.
in the middle.
I'll
with
take
you.
B. I'll take B.
So you each approach a different door, and you realize there's no handles.
Is there a scene? Is there a scene?
Yeah,
Does the door open? Does it look like it opens inward or outward?
there are hinges on the left as if it were open inward towards
I kick it
Towards me.
towards me.
Towards you.
Oh, well, then I
Towards
don't
me.
kick
Yeah,
it.
that makes that's what I was to say. That was what I was wondering,
you.
I put my hands together and I say, Melon.
They don't open.
It's not Lord of the Rings.
Maybe you guys should check that podium.
So it looks like we're on the flip side of the doors. So ultimately, we're where we should be, right? Like if the doors open out.
If
not
we
in.
wanted to be trapped in a serial killer's dungeon with no way to escape, we've done it.
Yes.
So yes, that's correct. We're on the right side of the door. If you're into that,
Yep.
I go to the
Adventure
podium.
over. You win.
I go to the podium. Yeah, Dexter walks
Go to
through
the
the door and he says, "Welcome to my table."
as you see the podium, you realize there's writing on it. And as you approach it, it actually has a question. It says, in the game Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, how many total exits exist? And there are 3 buttons below this wording, each labeled A, B, and C, with the following numbers from left to right: 85, 69, 96.
Well, I mean, I obviously want to say 69 just because it's 69.
I did too, but I'm leaning towards C.
I'll go with C.
But isn't that just the flip of 69? So isn't that
You
kind
said
of
98, I thought.
it was 96.
96.
96.
69. So, see, that's what I'm saying. 69, 96.
Well, hold
Or
on.
what was
There's one thing we need to ask ourselves here. Is this question even meant for us? Like, did we just walk into somebody else's test? We just started taking it. Like,
Maybe.
maybe we should ask if this is what we're. If disembodied voice, I yell out loud. Do you want us to answer this question on the podium, or is this meant for somebody else?
You don't hear a response.
So can't we use our same logic? This podium's big enough. On a count of 3, we hit every single
I
button.
got 69.
Well, good. Then I'm going.
That puts him in the middle. So I'll take A.
I'll take C for Charlie.
All right. So wait. Hang on. Is this a 1, 2, 3 shoot?
Hold
or
on.
Do we shoot on 3?
Hold on, I take a step back, guys. If we're trying to do something in tandem with each other, then we should just stop. Because
We're really
do you mean
bad.
we
We're
can't
really
do
bad at
anything
tandem.
at the same
No.
time. This is
No.
Our intro sounds amazing. Granted, I've never listened to us live, so is it that bad?
I pressed the A button.
I was getting ready to say I pushed 69.
All right,
Yeah.
once you press the A button, the other buttons disappear.
Whoa, magic buttons.
The A button opens, or the A door opens. Sorry.
So we don't know if that was correct or the first wrong answer.
You don't know.
Well, guess I'm going to go into A.
All right, so you
All
guys
right,
all
have
walk
fun.
into the door
let-
labeled.
No, he said he's walking into A.
I'm going to go look.
Let me know what's in there. I yell.
Look. Yeah. I'll look.
You see that same dark barrier. You can't see past it.
All right. Well, I'm going to go in.
Almost as if someone designed it that way.
Does the podium does it move?
Hold on.
Can we get to those
Hold
other
on.
buttons?
No,
Hold on.
it's just like attached to the
Do
thing.
you want to take the podium to the other room?
I'm gonna walk back over.
Well, what'd you find?
Back over to the podium.
Yeah, where they're standing.
Okay.
And I'm
Crouching.
gonna just pinch Steven. Did that hurt?
Bro.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I didn't know if this was like game or like if we actually can get hurt in here.
Well, that didn't feel pleasant.
Yeah, it felt like you got pinched.
All right, I'm gonna go through the door now, but I'm gonna go through it cautiously.
Okay.
I go with him and I pull out my cell phone as we go through the door.
Okay, your cell phone is not there.
I just try to catch it slipping.
Steven, do you go in as well?
You pull out a piece of paper that says, "This is not your cell phone."
I'm gonna give the podium a swift kick to see if any of the buttons come back, and after they don't, I'm gonna make my way to the door.
Your toe hurts.
So as the three of you start to cross the threshold of the doorway, you hear,
It was 69.
and then as you pass through, torches begin to illuminate this new room, which is a much larger stone room with two large cylindrical structures in the far corners in the back. And then the center of the room, there's a large cutout in the floor, just a huge hole. And as you enter in, the door shuts behind you. Scares you guys a bit. Scares you.
I peed a little bit.
And metal bars close on the door. Do I look up and do I see two witches on brooms? Well,
No metal bars close on the door, but you do hear a grinding noise begin as in front of you, the hole starts to disappear and you see a large metal grating rising up in the center. And sitting on the metal grating are these four boxes, these four completely yellow boxes with black question marks on them.
treasure, guys. See, it was A.
I guess we'll never know.
As you guys are standing there, the boxes start to rise up in the air suddenly, and they start to shake violently. And you hear a loud rumbling sound coming from the back of the room. And then from the pipes, you see from each one, these vines start to reach up and grip the sides of the pipes. And then followed by the vines is the mouth of a very large red Venus flytrap plant lined with razor sharp teeth. The boxes explode, sending debris everywhere. And on the floor is just piles of bones. Then the bones begin to shake and swirl together and form these very large skeletal figures with what look like shells on their backs.
No.
And they're wielding deadly bone clubs.
Nick, do you have your running shoes on?
Guys, remember how we talked about watching The Walking Dead and we're like, if this ever happens, we got this? I don't feel like we have this right now.
I don't think we have this. No.
I'm not equipped for this.
The bone golems rattle menacingly as the plants' mouths twist into an eerie, inhuman grin.
You guys didn't happen to spawn with guns, did you?
No, I don't even have my phone.
Yeah, that my only thing would be my phone. Unless I have access to the things in the room in which I play VR, I don't have any guns.
I mean, if my finger works as a gun, pew, 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 pew.
Nah, this ain't you Haka show, dog. You hear Nate just shouting.
Hang on, I'm fiddling with buttons. Did that work?
No, I don't see a muffin.
Is that a muffin button? Oh, wait, what's this one do? Ooh.
In front of all three of you, you see a podium appear just like the one from the room before. But each of the podiums has one single button. What do you do?
Do they have a name on them? They're color coded? Do they all look the same?
Nope. They're just in front of you. They're a button.
I push it.
You push the button, and Brendan, as you push that button, you see small lights begin to float down from the ceiling. And the lights swirl around you, and you can hear faint whispering. One of them catches your ear, and you hear it say, "Hey, listen!"
Oh, no.
And then the light consumes you, and a gust of wind blows outward from you, pulsing energy. And as the light recedes, you gently land on your feet, and we see that you're wearing a long green hat covering long golden hair, and you're wearing a green tunic with leather gloves and boots. And in one hand, you wield a long blade with a purple hilt, and in the other, a mighty steel shield with an intricate symbol on the front. And you stare down your foes with courage.
I think that Brendan just turned into Will Ferrell from Elf.
Do I look sexy or what?
Brendan, do I need to help you find your father?
Maybe.
Well, I don't want to be turned into a Christmas elf from hitting a button. Steven, you hit your button.
All right, I'll give it a go.
You begin to become surrounded by darkness. It swirls around you, almost suffocating you with its presence until you see and hear nothing. And all the other two of you see is just this dark cloud around him.
Oh, jeez.
And then we hear a loud slam as something is sent flying from the darkness towards
Holy
the
crap.
back of the room. And as the darkness dissipates, we see a large coffin resting on the ground where Stephen once stood. Its lid has been ripped free. And as Stephen reaches his hand to the side of the coffin, he sees a metallic arm made of a copper hue. And as he pulls himself up, he stands on steel-plated boots, and we see black leather armor draped in a crimson red cloak, and long black hair falls to your shoulders, held back by a crimson headband. You raise your right hand and you focus as a pistol begins to manifest itself at your call. You stare down the barrel at your foes with determination.
And now Steven just turned into Vash the Stampede. This is just terrific. I don't want to be here.
Do I still have my beard?
Absolutely.
Yes.
This gold.
It's a golden, beautiful beard.
Oh my God. I'm so jealous of myself in this.
Come on, Nick. It can't be that bad. Wow. I've never sounded this much like a man.
Yeah, okay, humanoid typhoon. Okay, here's what I'll do. I pull out my phone and I reach it towards the button.
You do not have a phone.
I thought.
So sorry.
I'm sorry. It's still
I'm
a little,
sorry.
It's still a little confusing to me.
I know this is new. You're in a virtual space.
Does anybody else have the sudden urge to smash pots?
Just you.
Okay.
I take my shoe off and I hit the button with my shoe.
Okay, your shoe smacks the button and
it begins
feel
to
the
transform.
And his name. The shoe turns into John Cena and waves his hand in front of its face and disappears. You are now without a shoe. No, your shoe hits the button and you suddenly feel the world start to just spin before you as you are just lifted up into the air and you start spinning around. And we see your body begin to shrink and your legs and arms start to become shorter. And then your whole body folds as if it were made of paper and your small shape just falls to the ground.
He went 2D.
Then you feel yourself spring back up to your now two-dimensional feet, wearing Jinko jeans, a green hoodie, and a beanie, and under which you can feel hair for what seems like the first time in your life. You look down at your hand and you see you're holding a microphone, and the first words from your mouth are, "I gotta believe."
Guys, I think I have a microphone in my hands, and I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I hope it's not a reprimand.
I think you got the raw into this deal.
I mean, I got a sweet Hyrulean shield and the Master Sword.
I lost like 65 pounds.
Yeah.
Look
You did.
look at how thin I am. And I turn.
Dude, you turn and they just see this line on the side.
You know what's amazing? I can go like, look, gun here. Look, gun here. This is amazing.
He holds his hand out and he forms a shotgun in it. And then he holds his other hand out and a rifle shows up.
Oh yeah, well I turn back and I pick up a mic and I'm like, you think that's cool? Don't be a fool. Watch me kick, chop, jump.
Suddenly, you hear that laughter again. And a strange looking woman teleports into the room riding a broomstick and holding a wand.
Looks like you got the question wrong, but it's just the first one of the day. With a wave of my magic wand, now you'll surely pay.
And she starts to fly in a circle around all the creatures before you as sparkles of magic begin to float down from her wand. And then all of the creatures begin to glow with this rainbow colored energy. And you see them start to grow and grow and grow until all of them are twice their size. Let's roll initiative.
Oh no, my guys. It looks like Rita Repulse was making her guys double the size.
So the baby roach asked, what happens if we get sprayed with Raid? And the Papa roach said, suffocation, no breathing.
That's fantastic.
Am I not allowed to say the Master Sword and Hyrulean Shield?
Actually, I was thinking about that, and it really doesn't matter, right? Because we're not like selling a property of theirs. We're just using it in name. I mean, I think it's like any other TV show that says things like Nintendo.
As I said, I don't
3DS.
think we're gonna get sued over a $25 made of a 60.
Dude, I read that article believing it. Somebody even shared it. I think I shared it. Somebody shared it at work. I may have shared it at work. I don't
Everybody
know.
at work thinks you're
I
an
think
idiot.
somebody else shared it at work. Probably. They're like, well, how does this guy manage people?
But so, by the way, I've named these creatures Bone Daddies and Plant Boys.
I love it.
All right, Steven, you are up first. What do you want to do? You've got 4 bone golems in front of you, just kind of staggered about on that metal grating. And then in the back of the room, you've got these very large piranha plant looking creatures. You can see as the piranha plant is moving and opening its mouth, you can see flames building up in its mouth.
Well, boys, I know I've got 2 guns, so I guess we'll start with that. And I'm gonna go to the hand that's got the rifle in it, which I know to be a Winchester. And I'm gonna aim shot at the one that looks like it's got fire building in its mouth and say, I see that one back there starting a fire. I'm sure that's not going to be pretty for any of us.
Okay.
It'd be pretty hot.
Oh, beautiful. Go ahead and roll damage. That is a critical hit.
And I take aim with that Winchester.
All right. So that's going to be 28 damage. So boom, it did not like that. You deliver a nice strong blow and it kind of gets knocked back. In reaction to that, it is going to roar out at you a bit and it starts to breathe in deeply. And you can see that fire start to build up even stronger. Don't forget to add to your limit burst gauge.
Yep, I got that. Cool. That's it for me then.
All right. So next is going to be one of the Bone Daddies. He is going to reach into his chest and he's going to pull out this large bone. And he's going to chuck it at Brendan, actually.
The audacity.
I know, it's so rude. A 15. Is that going to hit you?
Negatory.
That's going to miss. So you just duck out of the way, and the bone actually flies behind you.
A heck of a dodge roll there, little man.
Who are you?
I mean, you're wearing a green dress, Goldilocks.
Fantastic on me.
How are you guys ordered, by the way, from left to right? If we're looking at you from the enemy's perspective, who's on the far left?
I assumed I was in the middle because I went first.
Yeah, I'm on the far right.
Okay, so that's perfect. So you're on the right, Steve's on the left. One of the Bone Daddies is going to move up towards Nick Rappa the Rapper and attempt to attack you.
Oh no, bro, I'm in the bone zone, yo.
Let's see here. I love this so much. Does a 17 hit you?
Oh geez, my armor class is only 12.
Is he right next to me?
Your AC, yeah, he is right next to you, and your AC actually should be 15, Nick. Sorry. You'll notice that your Jinko jeans grant you +2 AC, your green hoodie grants you +1 AC, and your beanie grants you +1 cool.
Oh, rad.
Since he's my paper boy, I'm going to throw my shield out and impose disadvantage on the attack.
Excellent. All right. I will roll that again. And yeah, that's going to work. So the club comes down and it looks like it's going to be true. And it looks like it's going to smash right in the neck. But you raise your shield up and it just smashes off the steel and slides to the ground.
That was a close call. I almost got sent back to the mall.
Just going to turn and wink at you and go, I got you.
Another Bone Daddy is going to throw another bone over at Steven, and he's going to miss. So Bone goes flying by you.
And it is a tunic. Thank you.
Whatever your tailor calls it.
You see the other plant.
A tunic, a tonic, either way you rock it.
The other mouth fills up with fire and attempts to shoot a fireball at Brendan.
Ooh, woo.
22 to your AC.
Doesn't look like that tunic's fireproof now, is it?
Don't have that one yet.
You're gonna take 10 fire damage.
I don't have a thing that I can just hit -10.
Yeah, if we only had characters that we could just click on and type -10.
Hey, that's okay. There's a lot of cool functions and features in Roll20 that some of us learn at different times.
One of the plant's vines are actually going to go across the ground quickly and try to grab it. You need to make a strength check, please, or athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check.
It does not. You dodge nimbly out of the way. Now it's your turn.
Jeez Louise, everybody out here trying to grab me, stab me. I just want to be out here trying to hang out with my guys hanging out.
I don't know where Nick went, but we're gonna have to lose this guy.
I don't appreciate you guys hating on me. See, I just like to talk like this in a nice, calm, collected manner.
I should make it clear. He still looks like Nick,
Yeah. We all look like each other.
but like a small dog version of himself.
That's not the Nick I grew up with.
So there's 3 bone daddies and there's 1 flower power.
4 bone daddies, 2 flowers of power.
Are they kind of close to each other?
All the bone daddies are. The 2 plants are in the back corners of the room on opposite sides.
I hit the one on the left.
And they're coming out of these large green pipe-like structures.
Okay, I'm gonna use my I gotta believe skill to use Rat Blast, right? To deal psychic damage to all enemies in a 20-foot radius, center of the point you choose. For X D8 damage,
Bust down that sweet rap.
I'm gonna choose a number 150.
You have to bust out a rap. The action is to lay down a sweet rap, and you choose one of the below options. And the number of the dice is determined by the number of quote-unquote bars in the rap.
Well, do I have to roll to see how many bars that I have to do? Like at the top here?
No,
No.
it's how many like lines you do basically.
Okay, so if I'm able to do like 10, then that still counts. Is there a limit?
It's got a maximum of 6.
A maximum of 6? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so I'm shooting psychic damage at the bone daddies. That's my goal.
You're laying down a rap, and the force of your rap is while you speak into the microphone will turn into psychic damage against your enemies.
All right. I put my hands together, like I touched the point of connection on my wrist, hand to hand, so my palms were facing out, and I put my hands behind me to like charge my rap blast. So like as I drop the bars, the energy funnels into the hands, right? So then I'm gonna throw it at them. I'm about to go hammy bammy on all these crazy bone daddies. Whammy. I need a new domain. I'm gonna go to GoDaddy. Shammy. Slammy. Stepping on a mammy. 2 kettles cooking hot tea.
Amazing.
Was anybody counting how many sentences that was?
I think it was 4.
Okay.
I heard E 4 times.
All right. I tell you what, go ahead and roll 4d8. Well, there we go. 20 psychic damage. You gather this rap energy in your hands and you blast it out towards your foes. And it actually goes out and hits all of the bone daddies. And this wave of rap force just rushes over them. And you see 2 of them start to shake and collapse into a pile of bones on the ground.
Bone daddy.
Bone daddies, beware. My psychic damage just doesn't compare. Can I use my movement to go and grab the head of it?
Sure.
Of one of the ones that collapsed? I just want to go over and just pick up its head.
Yeah, you run up to the one on the far left and you try to pick up its head, but it's very large.
Sorry, guys, my little body isn't up to the task of picking up this head.
Do you want to do anything else?
Can I move back to where it was?
Okay. You have a bonus action if you wanted to do that.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know you look pretty fly, guy. I think you'd look great with a tie, but that's not required right now because the tunic you got on is killing it right now.
I like it. Thank you. At least somebody respects the tunic here.
As he speaks, you actually feel a small glow wash over you, and you feel like you will have a bit more accuracy with whatever you do next.
I have a tunic similar to that. I use it to sleep in inside my coffin.
There you go.
One of the other bone daddies is going to move up actually towards you, Brendan, and try to swing its club at you. And it is going to miss, and it is your turn.
So just one of them's close to me now.
Yeah, they weren't far away from you, so it really just kind of moved up like 5 feet.
Look at my sword and go, let's see what this bad boy can do. I'm just gonna swing at him.
Go and roll to hit with the sword of time. Damn, son, that's gonna hit. Roll damage. You against the one that was right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
As you strike him, his bones collapse actually and scatter into the ground.
And then I'm gonna really quick reach on the back, pull out my bow, and shoot at one of the flowers in the back.
A quick shot.
To the left, to the left.
The one on the left?
Yep.
Are you shooting just a regular arrow or one of your magic?
Regular.
Damn, son, did I mess up your character sheet and it just automatically gives you 20s every time? All right, roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
That is gonna hurt. Nicely done.
That was max damage too.
Do you want to move?
I'll just throw my shield up
Okay, cool.
in defensive stance.
Well, in D&D, defensive stance is an action.
All right, fine.
If you
Thought
if
this
you,
was a podcast.
your character does have an ability though. If you choose that action, you can block all projectiles that are physical.
Yeah.
It is Steven's turn. Steven, you're up.
Feeling how this Winchester feels so great in my hands, I'm gonna pop that bad boy up and go for a kill shot on that plant on the left.
Okay. So you're actually using a different weapon. That is a weapon called Kill Shot, but that is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 16 piercing. Yeah, that's going to hurt. In reaction to that damage, all the fire that's been building up in this plant's face, it leans forward and just starts spewing out these torrents of fire. And I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I have a +10 to that.
12, 18, and Steve got a 16. Okay, so Brendan, you're going to take the full damage here, but Nick and Steven, you're going to take half damage.
As a reaction, I'm gonna use my pushing limits.
Okay. Add that point to your gauge. Nick and Steven, you're going to take 8 damage. Brendan, you're going to take 17 fire damage. Anything else you wanted to do, Steven?
Nope.
All right. Next up is one of the bone daddies. You see the one of the bone daddies on the right. You see the pile of bones is actually on the ground start to swirl back together and reform. It just kind of quivers and stares at you guys. Steven, this vine shoots out and weaves through the bone daddies and grabs your leg and starts to pull you back towards itself. And it pulls you back behind the bone daddies.
As I'm being pulled, I'm like, guys, I just realized where these guns were coming from. Remember that campaign with the pocket dimension? I've got one. It's got all my guns in it. As I'm being carried away.
And then the bone daddy on the far left also, you see the bones swirl together and it reforms into itself. One of the other bone daddies is going to walk up to you, Brendan, and try to hit you with the bone club. And he's going to miss. And then the other plant is going to shoot fire at Nick. Miss as well.
It's a miss, sis. You're never going to hit me.
And Nick, it's your turn.
Okay. I shout out, guys, if we're gamers, then I don't think it's possible to kill those things, and we need to get the pipe. We need to go through these pipes. Focus your damage on the plants. And I turn towards the plants and
Start with the left, the one that's got me.
okay, I start to charge my rat blast to go after one of the plants, and I say, hey, look at you, Audrey 2. I'm not very impressed with you. Coming out of pipes, making your mouth ignite. Your fire is as scary as a kid's light bright. Now you're gonna chop, kick, feel my might.
Oh, that was beautiful. Roll 68 damage.
It's no wonder he's been quiet.
I'm going to give him disadvantage on his save. I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
I want you to roll 12d8 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Beautiful. You speak these lyrical words. Your microphone just starts to glow. And then all of a sudden, your rap energy shoots from the microphone right into the head of this piranha plant. And it just screams out in pain as it wilts down back into the pipe.
Okay, go to the pipe. We should just try to go through that pipe.
As you're saying, go to the pipe, you hear, ugh. Well, that was rough. As I stand back up.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Did you guys get my Little Shop of Horrors reference?
It was beautiful.
Did.
Thanks. Thanks.
I did.
I love that movie so much.
Do you want to do anything else?
I'm going to look over at Steven and I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Grimm, brighten up. I think you're as cute as my friend's teacup.
Steven, you feel a little glow of inspiration on you. You have advantage on the next thing you do.
Yeah, and then I just want to use my movement to move as close to that pipe as I can.
Okay. I assume you're like skirting around the bone daddies.
Yeah, dodging potential advantage.
All right, perfect. So you go around like to the left of the bone daddies. You're kind of between the bone daddies and the west wall. You're probably like 20 feet away from the pipe at this point with your movement. So you see also the bone daddy on the far right. It starts to roll together and get back up as well. And Brendan, it is your turn.
Well, if I truly am the hero of time, I'm going to guess this thing does exactly what I think it's going to do. I'm going to pop off the little Pharaoh's wind and use it. Teleport.
What did I name that one again?
Ferrero's wind.
That's right. We see Brendan vanish instantly. And then where are you popping back up?
Close to the pipe, as close as I can get.
You teleport over behind the far left bone daddy, kind of between him and Nick.
All right.
Steven, you are next.
How close am I to the pipe?
Probably about 20 feet. Now, I will say the pipe is very tall. The pipe also grew in size when the plant grew in size. So it's probably about 40 feet tall.
I'm going to move to the base of the pipe and then turn back towards the bone daddies. I can't leave you guys behind. And I'm going to pull out the old peacemaker. And I realize I have this small, dope little gun. And then I'm going to shoot, which would be the far left, but I'm facing back at them. So the far right, because they'd be reverse order for me because I'm behind them.
So smart.
I'm going to start popping shots, praying that I miss. And I shoot this stupid little guy in a green tunic in the back of his head.
Wow, that's just toxic.
You're shooting the bone daddies, correct?
Yeah, the one on the far left from original spot.
Ooh, those are all going to miss, actually, but you have advantage. So I need you to roll 3 more times. There we go. Those are all going to hit. So go and roll damage for those. Are you shooting 3 separate ones?
Yeah, coming out there like a 6-shooter, just popping off rounds.
You shoot one of the bone daddies, shatters to the ground in a pile of bones. You shoot the next one, and he stays standing. And you shoot the one in the middle now, and he also crashes down to a pile of bones.
And I'm just going to stand there with the intent of my next turn to scale this pipe.
The bone daddy on the far left, next to Brendan, is going to try and throw a bone at you in reaction to that attack. 14 damage as a large bone comes flying at you. The bone daddy next to you, Brendan, is hitting the ground next to you. I actually need you and Nick to roll dexterity saves, please.
Dexterity.
Nick, you're going to take 9 damage. 13 damage, and you're actually knocked prone. So you fall flat down on the ground, and we kind of can't see you.
Guys, I'm on the ground.
We can't see your face, Nick.
The bone daddy next to that one is going to shake and get back up as well.
Don't step on me.
And you guys now see the plant in the other corner starting to billow up with a large flame in its mouth.
Somebody just grabbed me. I weigh like just grab me. Go.
Nick,
run.
It's your turn.
Oh, snap! It's my turn. Okay. Well, I guess I'll use half my movement to stand up.
You do that,
and I just want to move into the pipe.
It's too tall to just reach that. You can try to climb up it.
So I can't get to the opening of the pipe.
It is going to be too far for you to get to in one turn, but I suppose with a successful enough athletics check, you could get partway up in this turn.
Well, I'll use the dash action to just try to get as close as I possibly can.
Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. Keep in mind, the pipe is a sheer surface. It has no grip holds. That is not going to do it.
Well, can I go inside of the pipe?
It's 40 feet up.
Yeah, it's like a 40-foot tall pipe.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. It is a very, very tall pipe. The opening is at the top where the plants were coming up and looking down at you all.
Oh, okay. Well, can I look around? Do I see any other like entrances or exits besides?
You do see a door
came in
on the other side between the pipes, but it has a large lock on it.
I wonder if it needs a skeleton key.
I see what you did there. I get that one.
Are there any of the skeletons that are like in pieces?
I'll tell you what, roll a perception check for me.
We have to have them all down at the same time, and it spawns a magic chest in the center of the room.
The last time the other skeletons have been on the ground, they were still kind of moving and rattling a little bit. The one that's down right now appears to be completely still.
Maybe that guy's body is the key.
Haven't we knocked that one before?
Maybe we have to
I don't
knock them
know.
all twice.
Or it's a certain order. Okay, well, in that case, I've already dashed, so never mind.
Just leave it.
So you do still have a. Well, no, you didn't. Have you tried to climb? You didn't really understand it, so you don't have. You can do something different. It's fine.
Okay, well, in that case, I want to do another rat blast at the other plant. Then
Do it.
I put my hands together and start rapping, and I say, "Evildoers need to beware. It's chop, kick, slap, jump in the air with a wave of my hand and a sexy kick. You're gonna take some damage, lickety split."
Roll 4d8 damage for me. 18 damage. Do you want to do your bonus action?
Yeah, I do. I'll throw one over to Brendan then, and I'll just be like, "Hey, I like that sword. If I had that, I'd never be bored."
Brendan, you have advantage on your next action. And then it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to go run in between all of the skeletons. And then I'm going to do my circle attack.
What Brendan is referring to is he has an ability to where he can swing his sword around and attack all enemies around him. Roll it.
30?
That is going to hit all of them. Go ahead and roll damage.
I need sound effects.
Ooh. You run over to the middle of the Bone Daddies and you pull out your sword and you spin around in a complete circle and your blade smashes into all three of them and they all scatter to the ground.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to pull out my bow and shoot an ice arrow at the plant.
So that's going to cost, I believe, 1 point of magic for you.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, 21.
That's going to hit. I'm going to roll a percentile here real quick. Holy shit. Okay. All right. You whip out your bow and shoot a quick magical arrow hitting straight into the open mouth of this beast. And ice is starting to form in its throat where the fire was. And it's starting to cover the entire plant. And it's completely frozen over.
Ha!
That was excellent. Steven, you're up.
Seeing that it's starting to freeze, I'm going to take aim with the peacemaker. See if I can make this bad boy explode.
All right, let's see it. 2 of those are going to hit. So roll damage on 2 of them. 21 damage. Excellent. Yeah, those crash into it. One of your bullets fires off. It hits one of the vine-like arms that it had and just shatters it completely.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use quick footwork and scale to the top of this pipe.
All right. Roll an athletics check for me. Okay, that's not quite going to do it. It's basically a sheer pipe, man. So you like grab on, you're trying to get up. You get like halfway. You just squeeze on your way down like you're climbing up a glass window.
Definitely feeling a bit rusty in these metal boots.
Back to Nick. You look at the plant and it looks like it's trying to move, but it can't quite break out of that ice just yet.
Well, I want to finish it off with one more good rat blast.
Let's see it.
Yo, I don't want to scare you or nothing, but slap, chop, your pants are missing a button. Don't walk too fast or they might fall down, and then we'll all see your Chinatown.
All right.
Jesus.
48.
Steven left.
I had to walk away from that one.
8 damage.
8.
Brendan, it is your turn.
I'm going to run up to it and hit it with my sword.
Perfect. That's going to hit. Roll damage for me. 11. Excellent. You swing your sword at its head that's trying to break free of this ice. And as you connect, it just shatters to pieces. And with that, all of the creatures are now dead and they start to disappear and you hear a noise. You see a small chest appear about 10 feet in front of the doorway.
Wait. I've always wanted to do this. I walk up and I kick it.
It starts out like
Copyright infringement.
Yeah.
That's why we mixed the two. It's Zelda's box along with the victory music.
Which box are we talking about?
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, you kick it and it pops open, and inside you find 2 potions of greater healing, 1 potion of magical restoration, 5 bombs, and 10 arrows.
Wow.
I have to guess that's the biggest you've ever felt around a box, huh?
It is 100%. You said 5 bombs?
Hmm?
Hey.
The potion of magical restoration will restore half of your magical points, Brendan, or 5 spell slots, Stephen, of any level.
You said I don't know how to access my spells yet, right?
You have them now with your character. Once
Gotcha.
your guys' transformation is complete, you have access to everything. Also, inside the chest, you do find a large key.
Hey, Paper Nick. Is this what you're looking for?
I touch myself. Like, I don't think I'm paper. I think I'm an organic being that happens to be flat. So I think in my world, 2-dimensional people are like real, but their like organs are also flat.
So 2D Nick.
It's weird. It's weird. 2D, I'd appreciate it.
2D Nick, is this what you're looking for?
I guess I was really convinced these pipes were the answer, but I guess I was wrong.
Sorry, I wasn't as creative as that.
I'll flick the key to Steven and go, here you go.
I'll grab the key as I'm headed over towards the door.
All right, you walk up to the door.
Pop it in the lock, and here goes nothing.
Works like a charm. You enter the key into the lock, you turn it, and the lock falls off, and the door swings open.
We solved your monster puzzle.
You did solve my monster puzzle. I'm sorry it wasn't as creative as Nick's solution to it.
We gotta climb the pipes.
We were literally all convinced. Had I made that athletics check, I was trying to go down the pipe this next turn.
Yeah, what would you have done if you went down the pipe?
I would have let it work. I mean, why not? It's brilliant.
Yeah,
You guys drop into the next room.
Yeah, I'd be like you drop down into the room. I mean, yeah, go for it. And so as you guys go through this next doorway, you actually find a room very similar to the one you were in previously, with the podium in the center and the 3 doors on the other side.
You guys get hit.
Yeah.
Like I hurt.
Oh, you hurt?
I hurt. No, like
I feel like
hurt when I got hit.
I feel like I stubbed my toe, maybe.
Oh man, I feel like I got hit. Like I feel like I got like a decent headache going on.
You got those fancy potions now.
Oh.
So did you get a couple beers in the last room?
I did get a couple beers in the last room.
I mean, that's what they look like.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of beer this is.
It's a red beer.
I bet it's one of these fruity beers. I'm gonna try it out.
Is it one of the ones that gives you wings?
It might. It might.
I suppose to you guys, you do just see a red drink and a blue drink.
I'm gonna taste the red drink.
All right, you take a little sip of it, and it makes you feel a little better.
What is it?
It's 4d4 plus 4 healing.
All right, so 12.
There you go.
Not full, but took that away from me.
Brendan, don't forget your spells, because you've got a healing spell that you can do, and those spells can be done outside of combat.
Oh, right. I'm gonna do that.
If you wanted to pop that off right now, you could gather everyone together.
Yeah, you guys come here. I'm gonna try this out. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna take Nene's Love.
Yeah.
And just pop that off.
As you cast the spell, we see green energy start to swirl around you, and then a slight breeze blows that energy outwards in a circle, and all of you feel this healing energy restore 15 hit points.
That actually puts me perfectly at full health.
Well, I'm enjoying this newfound power I'm feeling as I approach the podium. Let's see if we can get another question wrong.
And Stephen, as you walk up to the podium, it has another question there with 3 buttons. And as you read it, it says, in the game Final Fantasy VII, what is the highest ranking chocobo you can breed?
I look for the word gold and I smash it without even looking at these guys.
Oh, it's the gold one. You talked about it all the time.
That was on the podcast. Yeah.
You see the first word starts with a B and you're like, nah. You go to the next one, it starts with a G and you're like, yup. And the other two buttons disappear and the middle door opens. So Brendan and Nick, you guys look over and Steven's at the podium and the middle door just opened.
All right. What was the question?
What's the highest ranking chocobo in Final Fantasy VII?
Yep, he knows it. Let's go through this door.
Got a whole fleet of them bad boys.
As you enter the room, you can hear your steps start to clink as you start to walk onto metal grating. Inside this room, you can see tubes and beakers of various sizes lining the shelves all around the room's walls. It's a large circular room. As you continue to look around, you see numerous containers of various colored liquids suspended from chains attached to the ceiling. You can see something inside them, but you're not sure what might be there. There are bookshelves and various medical books, as well as papers strewn over a large desk to the east of the room. And you see a balcony overlooking the entire room, 2 sets of stairs on either side leading upwards. And Stephen, for some reason, this room seems a little familiar to you.
No, guys, I'm still upset that we didn't answer 69 on that first question.
I don't think that was it.
I know, but I'm sad we didn't.
But I will say this room seems familiar. It reminds me, a lot of the question that I just answered, as if it was taken straight from a game.
Well, the last one was skeletons from Zelda.
But then it was the plants from...
The plants from Mario.
Those are Mario with the tubes. It was this weird... This just seems very Final Fantasy-esque.
The skeletons had kind of a turtle shape to them.
Oh, I see. I was thinking
Hyrule, the Hyrule skeletons.
Yeah.
I was hoping the question mark blocks would give it away that it was a Mario thing.
That part did, but then I just thought it was a mix of the two because the skeletons made me think of like Hyrule.
Immersion ruin.
So I'm gonna walk up and try and peer through the glass.
What do you see?
I'm hoping it's not what I think I'm gonna see.
Are you looking inside the one of the containers?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, roll an investigation check. In one of the containers, you see a flash of what looks like red, maybe tentacles. And in the exact same container, you see a flash of green as well.
Boys, I don't think this is going to turn out well.
Brendan, you don't.
No, I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for pots.
Oh, no, there's no pots, but there are beakers everywhere. So you just start smashing beakers. All right.
Steven's looking at it. You just hear crash.
Steven, yes, you're investigating this container, obviously starting to feel nervous about what might be inside of it. And you just hear...
Without looking, I'm immediately knowing that I have these guns at the ready. I'm going to take a pop shot in the general direction which the beaker fell, assuming it's something after us.
Okay.
I guess I should roll it twice because it'd be disadvantaged since I'm not looking. Oh, Jesus.
Are you shooting towards the floor or towards him?
Towards the sound.
Towards the sound. Okay, then I'm going to say your bullet hits him, but it ricochets off of his shield.
All right. So I pull the trigger and you ting, another beaker break.
You're getting the hang of this with the beakers.
I'm gonna look over and be like, "What are you doing?"
I have an urge to break things. I want to break pots. There's no pots.
I have an interdimensional pocket full of guns. Please don't.
He's literally trigger happy at this point. and then
I'm gonna look like I'm spinning my gun. It's just gonna kind of disappear as I spin. Be like, next time it may be the back of your head. Just calling that out there.
There's another one off.
I'm feeling a little edgy right now. If you can't tell by the hair and the metal boots.
We can tell by your voice in the first room, Mr. Edgelord.
Hey, I felt like the biggest man I've ever been in the room. Felt pretty nice with your tiny tunic.
Hey,
Goldilocks.
Thank you. I love it. Look, I've got tights on.
I walk towards them, and I have a bit of an issue because there's kind of a bit of wind resistance on my body. But I make it over there and I hold my little hands up and I'm like, guys, let's take it down a notch. I don't want us to run into a situation that we botch. I think we should take this a little more seriously. Let's look around and see what we have to see.
I'm gonna head over to the desk and start rummaging through.
So as you look over the papers, it's really hard to read. You're not sure if there's a language barrier or if it's just the way this person writes. There is one note that catches your eye, and specifically because you think you can make out the word Shunra and some sort of mention of a Cosmo memory.
This is what I think it is. I'd like to say we've all played this game as gamers, but Brendan's always disappointed us.
My little brony's never played it before.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I believe this is when you're in the basements and you're having the flashbacks between the two, and we're looking at the genre.
This is where Sephiroth learned the truth and like started to go crazy.
Yes, that's definitely where we are. So I'm gonna pick up those papers and kind of like read them as reassurance.
Yeah, you picked them up and you try to start reading more, and you can't really follow it very well because it doesn't seem to be written in English. But you do feel like you're on the right track of what this is from.
Well, if this is everything that I think it is, I don't know that this is a fight we want to fight. We should just see if this door is open to kind of move along.
One of those containers rocks a little bit.
I'm gonna move.
I know I'm a 2D rapping dog, but I don't want to do this. This is weird. We get out of here? Can I slide under the door? Maybe I can unlock it from the other side. You guys get my feet.
Are you running up to the door?
Yeah.
All right. You get about halfway up the stairs, and all of a sudden you hear, you turn, you look, and you think, oh, Brendan knocked over another one of those.
Another beaker.
My first thought is, oh no, Wesker released the Tyrant 001.
You look back at Brendan, and Brendan is looking at one of the containers that is now smashed open, and liquid is starting to pool down and go into the grate.
Just holding up like my hand. I didn't do that.
Okay, I jump off the stairs and float back down.
The glass shatters from another container next to it, pouring more liquid to the floor. And for one of the containers, you see a green claw grip the side, and large red tentacles grip the other, as this hulking creature drops to the floor, as if two monsters have been spliced together. The left side, a hulking purple form with large claws and a mouth lined with sharp teeth. And the right side is this massive red tentacles that stretch and squirm and flex, and its dark yellow eyes narrow, looking at you. And then a second creature drops from its cage, and it rises and stands to double the height of the first. But on top of its broad, muscular shoulders, these baby-like beaded doll eyes rest on these small faces. And it stretches out these two massive clawed hands, and its clawed feet scratch at the grate, and its heads start to look around separately, looking for what creatures disturb them. And as they find you all, they both let out a bestial roar. And then the screen freezes, and then the image shatters, and we hear a whooshing sound as the three of you enter combat. Let's roll initiative.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back, right? Like,
Do it, baby.